Hi everybody, it is me. It is Aaron, the average keto carnivore-ish guy, coming to you this lovely Thursday morning. I am sorry for the delay in my video getting out this week. Just, life happens, and I've really been thinking about what this video was going to be. Failure, self-sabotage. Am I going back to old habits? It's really been something on my mind this week. As I continue this journey, did I set myself up for failure back in March? Did I predict the future, what was going to happen, that everything was going to go well and then it was going to fall off the rails? Let's get to the results right away. 213 pounds. Not much of a change. Weight's going to fluctuate here or there. But I do feel like I've hit kind of a stall at the moment. And it's not really a stall. It's only been, 2 weeks since I've come back from my most recent trip. So I can't be that upset. But at the same time, this is a pattern that I have where I get so close to the goals. Like, my goal, it wasn't 200 pounds. It's less than that. But that's like a milestone, getting to that 200 or seeing the 199 on the scale. I was within 5 pounds. And now I'm back up, almost 14 pounds away from that again. But did I predict this was going to happen? What did I say months ago when I started this journey? That I was, when I gave up soda and the junk food and everything, I said, well, I'm going to allow myself to have soda and energy drinks again. It's different this time. But I said I was going to do it. What did I say about the 2 elephants in the room this whole summer? Going to Hershey, PA, going to New York. I know I'm going to do it. And I did it. I had candy in Hershey. I had chocolate. I had all sorts of stuff. I mean, again, not ridiculous amounts, but enough where it's impacted my results. Same thing happened, we got back from Hershey, lost that water weight right away, and boom, New Jersey, gained that back. But last week, I didn't lose all that water weight. I pretty much I'm where I'm at right now, so, man. But, so, I think the biggest struggle that a lot of us have is, there's a lot of people out there who naysay us and, eating that lifestyle is not sustainable, eating keto, carnivore, any of those aren't sustainable, even though they are the proper human life, the proper human diet, and they are, you're eating all real food, which is great. But I think the biggest thing that has impacted me along the way is myself. I sabotage myself. I tell myself it's okay to eat that junk, forgive myself, accept it, move on. But, and I have moved on this week. I haven't ate the junk food. I think I ate 1 wrap, like a Tim Hortons breakfast wrap. Again, if a wrap is the worst thing that I'm eating, it's not the end of the world. But I've been drinking a lot of diet soda again. I was starting to take some pictures of everything that I was drinking. And it just got kind of embarrassing about how quickly I went back to the soda. So it's not that I wasn't being accountable for it. I was just drinking a lot of it. But every time I get so close to goal, it's like, it always happens where, you do a little slip up. You have a little of this, a little of that. And boom. Everything's off the wagon. You're back to 230 pounds. And it's the yo-yo. And I give credit for everyone who can sustain this lifestyle long term. People that have been doing carnivore for 300 days, and strict carnivore, not like what I've been doing, carnivore-ish, and a couple cheat days. And let's be honest, are those people really doing it? We'll never know. I could sit here and say, I've done carnivore for 400 days in a row. You'll never know. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit here and lie, because A, the results will show it, and B, there's just, why lie to myself? Why do any of that? So it's just, I've been getting some self-doubt lately. Just with this most recent trip, that self-doubt is creeping in. And it's just now at the point, like, I gotta stay strong. And this is where the support system is huge for people. You know, having a strong support system. You know, I make these videos for accountability. And I thank everyone who, for a while, you know, every time I thank everyone who watches this video, no matter how few people watch it or how many people watch it, if I get likes, if I don't, I always thank you for that support, because, you know, there's some days when I'm like, this week, I don't even know what I want to put in this video, and I still do it because, you know, I'm being accountable. I hope you guys have a support system that can help you through these. Like, yeah, I go to the, you know, the best one that I do right now is I go into Carnivore Quest. I go to the morning meetings that they do. I can't always participate in them because I'm just listening while I'm at work, or when they do their lives. I like doing those member lives at night when I can, because, you know, there's just Larry, Cassie, and the people in that group are just normal people, just like me. We all struggle with it every day, and, you know, I'm nervous that I'm falling into old habits, and I gotta break that pattern. Yeah, I've been eating fine. I'm snacking on a lot of cheese, and yes, Diet Pop and energy drinks have been really in my diet lately. Gotta cut those out. I'm drinking extra coffee and water just to try and offset that now. Problem is I didn't have that taste for a long time there, and now it came back. And in what I've learned for diet soda and energy drinks, I can't just wean off of it. You know, instead of having 3 Diet Cokes in a day, I'm going to have 1. No, that doesn't work when it comes to diet soda and energy drinks for me. It's got to be all or nothing. You know, as hardcore as that is, I just got to cut it out. Cheese, kind of the same way, but I like cheese too much. And like I said, I can accept that eating too much cheese slows my results. And I'm okay, 100% okay with that, because, you know, I like cheese. And I did those 2 weeks without cheese, and I mean, I got by, but I just would rather have cheese. But I need to stop snacking on cheese. And what do I have in my lunch bag today? I have a half a ribeye that I cooked up last night, and like a half. It's about a half a block of cheese. But I'm going to do that as a meal. It's not going to be a snack. And then I got some pork rinds if I get hungry during the day at work. But, you know, for those of you that have done this, had, you know, got to your goals and sabotaged yourself, you're not alone. You know, I got to get over that hump that I'm going to fail like I've done every other time. Because that's what happened. Every time I did the challenges, keto, whatever I did, you know, I would get down to goal, like, yeah, I'm there, or get close to goal. And then it just goes back. So I got to be better. I got to make better choices. Got to stay focused. Got to find the support where you can. You got to celebrate the wins where you can. You know, reach out to your local communities for support if you need to. I'm sure there's a Facebook group. If you're having any of those doubts like I do, join Carnivore Quest, or join 2 Crazy Ketos. Dr. Barry's a good follow. Jason Fung's a good follow. Find those communities that know what you're going through when you need that extra boost, or when you put that self-doubt in your mind, because, you know, that's my biggest thing right now is self-doubt. Can I do it? I'm going to do it. I'm not giving up. I'm not going back to my old eating habits. Yeah, a lot of stuff might have snuck back in. I had this, you know, the energy drinks, the abundance of cheese, you know, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to stay strong. It might go a little more keto than carnivore for a little while. You know, I made some fried peppers and onions with some fried bologna the other night. Those were good. again, they're vegetables, so I mean, they're not the worst thing in the world for you. So I haven't put my CGM back on, to see where my numbers are. My numbers should be fine because I really haven't, cheated since we've been gone. A few low carb items, but nothing horrible. But yeah, this week has been, just kind of get myself back in that mindset mentally. And I wanted to do that before I made this week's video because it's kind of been bothering me all week. Like, I predicted this was going to happen, that I was gonna allow myself, and I gave myself the excuse why it was okay to eat all the chocolate and stuff. And it was chocolate. It was Hershey's chocolate. I've had Hershey's chocolate. It was the same Hershey's chocolate that I have any other time. The only difference is they told me, take the little brick of the little square and just let it melt in your mouth. Taste all the flavors. It was amazing, honestly. When you really take that Hershey bar that you just buy in the store for whatever, now they're ridiculous, but let it melt in your mouth, the flavors. Okay. Do I need to do it again? No. But anyhow, I again thank you guys for watching, letting me go on this little rant here. I don't want it to sound like I'm giving up or that I've called myself a failure. But I do feel that I did fail myself, and I did self-sabotage by this whole time by saying this is coming, it's going to happen. I predicted the future, and I let it beat me for a short time. But hey, that's why a fight is 10 rounds, because you're going to get knocked down in a round. You lose a round here and there. It's okay. It's okay to lose. It's okay to fail every once in a while. It's okay to have a bad round, but you just got to get back up, take that break in the corner in between rounds, refocus, take some water, get back out there and continue the fight. And that's what I'm doing. I'm continuing the fight. I'm not giving up by no means. I still want to get to that goal. I want to get down to well under 200 pounds. Is it going to take a while? Maybe, but that's okay. This is my coffee here today, iced coffee, and then I got this. This is the kids got me this probably a Father's Day gift. I don't remember anymore. Christmas, birthday, Father's Day, and then I got my big jug. But it's not. I didn't put a whole pot of coffee in there. Probably put a half to 3/4 in there. But hopefully that'll keep me away from soda today and energy drinks today. And that's it. Just get through today. Get through today. That's my goal, is get through today and make good choices today. Worry about tomorrow. One day at a time. One cup of coffee at a time. One steak at a time. Sorry this video's gone a little bit longer than normal. I really, truly, again, appreciate everyone for their support, their kind words. And I just hope everyone has a great day. God bless. Go Bills. Go Sabres. Taking Grandma to the Bison's game, minor league baseball this week, so that'll be a good time. That's her one thing she likes for Mother's Day, so yeah, I'm not going to have a beer. We are going when it's $4 beer day, but I'm not going to have a beer. Just not going to do it. I've had a beer before. I know what it tastes like. So anyhow, have a great one, everyone.